Hi, thank you for tuning in. I hope you caught the last episode. In this episode, I'm going to be covering some answers to a question that we just received from Emily Ngamao, who's subscribed to our YouTube channel. And this regards green cards. A lot of questions and mystery are surrounding the notion of green cards relative to land and property investment. So I'll be sharing my answer to that today. You're watching On Land in Kenya. I am Solomon Wangwe. Okay, so Emily asked a question about green cards. Is it readily available to anyone, or is it the exclusive right or access for lawyers? So for those of you who may not have watched my previous video on what green cards are literally green manila cards that sit in a registry file in the Ministry of Lands. The green card, in our professional opinion, based on our interactions with the Ministry of Lands, is the single most important document in any property's history or existence, because it is what gives birth to your title deeds. It contains a number of pieces of information, beginning with the history of ownership, from when all the land belonged to the Queen of England and it was given to the government of Kenya in 1963, and then all the way down to now. It'll show you the history of ownership, sold to such and such, subdivided, gifted to so and so as an inheritance, repossessed by such a bank because of a defaulted loan, and so on. So that's what a green card is. Very important document in a land or property transaction. So Emily asked a question about whether or not it's accessible to anyone, or is it only accessible to lawyers. We recommend that every time you do a search on a property, you do it a clean way, of course. You pay the Ministry of Lands cash office at the relevant registry relative to your property, get a receipt and its duplicate, attach the duplicate to your search application, keep the original for your records, and hand it over. Come back when they ask you to and collect your search report, which will tell you what the status is on the property, whether or not it's free and clear or if there's any issues. Once you have that, then you can apply for a certified copy of your green card to the same property. The reason I highly recommend that you ask for that after you've done a search is because when they do a search report for you, they look at the green card in the ministry files and tell you what the green card says, right? So the reason for asking for the green card after is to make sure that they did not misrepresent the information on the green card. If they match, then you got an authentic search report and you can make your decision based on that. If they do not tally in any way, then it's a massive red flag for fraud or any other number of untoward intentions that may put your investment at major risk, right? And so this is why we highly encourage you to ask for a certified copy of the green card after you've gotten a search report. How do you get a certified copy of the green card? You write a formal letter to the registry, addressing the chief registrar, if you will, explaining that you want a certified copy of the green card for whatever reason. I'm buying the land, it's part of my due diligence, or I'm involved in a dispute with the owner. Whatever your reason is, have it clearly written in a formal letter requesting for it. You will pay a fee, again, to the Ministry of Lands cash office. In most registries, it's somewhere in the range of 500 to 1,000 shillings. In some cases, it's more. There's a little bit of unclarity about what the precise fee should be. But either way, make sure you pay the cash office and they'll give you a receipt. Once you have that, you will wait the prescribed time or period of time, and they'll give you a certified copy of that green card. Now, it is easier to obtain that copy if you're a lawyer, simply because lawyers have a professional pretext for making that inquiry. It is not unusual for a lawyer to ask for such a document because it's presumed that they are simply discharging their professional duties and obligations to whoever they're serving. If you ask for it yourself, you may have a little bit of resistance from the ministry because they might be curious about why you're asking. They don't know what your intentions are. It's not uncommon for fraudsters to ask for that information so that they can compromise the system or make some representation or misrepresentation elsewhere. So don't be surprised if you have some kind of pushback if you ask for that certified copy on your own, but it is well within your rights as a Kenyan citizen to ask for one if you make a formal request and you pay the search fee and obtain a receipt. If you do it any other way, backhanded way, you know, bribe the clerk to do it for you and whatnot, I mean, any issues you have are completely on your head. But if you do it the right way, it's okay to be insistent, but it's certainly a lot easier for a lawyer to obtain that for you. That answers your question, Emily, and all of you out there who might be wondering. If you have any questions about this process, feel free to share with us. We'll be happy to answer as far as we can. But licensed conveyancing lawyers of good repute can shed a lot of good light on that issue for you. If you know some, reach out to them. I'm Solomon Wangwe. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. Stay tuned for more information on strategic land investment.